All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the festive season here with us. And of course, we are right back with the reality Kenya, because life has to be real each and every time. And we are back each and every time with our guest, as usual, the Deputy Party Leader, Safina Party, Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno, Piki Ponki. We are in the festive season.
Yes.
And the mood is so low. What do you think is going on so far?
Because Kenya Kwanza has given us the worst Christmas in the history of Kenya. For the first time, our people are not going to celebrate Christmas because of economic pain. Their policies have failed. And we are now witnessing people that is totally demoralized and disillusioned. It seems like every day when you wake up, all you get is pain. More taxes, more levies, more charges, failed services. And we are not seeing any hope. There is no future with this regime. It has only shown us that it can only get worse. We've gotten to the lowest of low that as a country can get to. And unfortunately, in peacetime, not even that there's war in the country. The war that exists is the war that is in people's stomachs, dinner tables, school fees, and hospital beds. When people are not able to afford the services that government is supposed to provide. The economic outlook is not promising. The debt problem, which they are unable to address, they think they'll address this debt problem by raising more taxation. Taxation is not going to be a solution to our debt problem. In fact, Kenyans don't have a revenue problem. Our problem is an expenditure problem. And the largest expenditure item out of our budget books is called debt. 70% of collection goes to debt finance. They are left with 30% to manage the government. And that, in my view, is a big problem. Why can Kenya Kwanza just deal with the debt problem, face it head on? This debt, as Safina, we've done our forensic audit, and we found that a bulk of it is odious. We have a lot of illegal debts in our debt books that we are now trying to force Kenyans to pay by raising tax, by raising charges and levies, which the people of Kenya are supposed to pay. That, in my view, is wrong, and we need to change tact. The second thing that I wish to raise again is that even if you look at the economic policies that Kenya Kwanza wants to come up with, they are not policies that are meant to foster production. They are actually policies that are hindering production. There is no production sector that you can say government intervention has focused on it that has made that sector in particular to grow. Because every day you are faced with new charges, uncertainties. The bureaucratic red tape just keeps increasing every single day. So there is no direct foreign investment you're attracting. There is no Kenyan investor that you're promoting to boost its business. There is no intervention by government that you can say in its totality is going to lead to increased revenue to the people or to any business. So that is where we are. But the jury is out there. I believe the Kenyan people have made a choice. They've seen for themselves what the demand side economics represents. And it is time now we start discussing the supply side economics. As initiated by Jimmy Wanjigi, our leader. And our demand side economics, we say, as 3 key pillars. Pillar number 1 is less government regulation. So government should stop over-regulating any particular sector. Pillar number 2 is reduced taxation. You reduce the tax that is collected, but you increase the tax base, the tax bracket. So you charge less, you collect more. And in reduced taxation, people are able to engage in what you call a competitive edge, because your cost of production also goes down. When your cost of production goes down, even your cost of products goes down, because cost of production is a major component of the pricing of any product. So we reduce taxation. Then number 3 is free market. Let the market forces determine and improve the private sector. Empower the private sector to be the driver of economic development. Government becomes a facilitator and the private sector becomes the driver. Today, Kenya Kwanza is competing with the private sector in the domestic market.
As the driver.
They want to be the driver. So you go to the bank today, the number 1 customer that is being given money
is
the government of Kenya. Then you private individual, you are the lowest lowest ebb.
Yeah.
So as in our supply side, we are saying government walk out
Yeah.
of domestic borrowing, allow the private individuals and the private companies to be the ones to access those credit facilities in the banks. With access to credit, with access to capital, they will be able to engage in productive activities. And government will meet them later on when it comes to collecting taxes, when it comes to employed opportunities for the people of Kenya who will be empowered and are able to now participate in the productive side of the economy.
Yeah.
So that is what Kenyans now need. The demand side economics of Ruto and Kenya Kwanza and Jubilee has failed. We now need to start discussing the supply side economics as enunciated by Jimmy Wanjigi. And that is what is going to remove us out of this economic drought.
Yeah. This week, the president had a joint media address with the Kenyans, and we talked about the G2G deal on this show. And he said that were it not for the G2G, remember the G2G was aimed at reducing the dollar, the shillings against the dollar, and increasing its value. And he said that were it not for the G2G, right now the dollar would have been trading at around 250. Do you think that that is just another way of giving Kenyans hope that the G2G had something important to Kenyans, or it's just another mere lie from Kenya Kwanza government?
Well, Kenya Kwanza you expect only lies, but what was the declared objective of G2G when they launched it? They say the dollar will come down to 120 or 150.
Yeah.
That was the target.
Yes.
It is going to come down to 115 or 120.
Yeah.
The target, we were not told that this dollar is going to be total 250.
Yes.
So let's bring G2G.
So that
now be 157. No, we were told that time it was 132. It will come down to 120, 115. That one failed.
Yeah.
We were told it was going to reduce the price of oil. It failed.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's a new convenient misrepresentation of the truth. But that is what you expect from Kenya Kwanza.
Yeah.
There's nothing that Kenya Kwanza says that is true. Everything they tell you, the opposite occurs.
Yeah.
And then they try to come up with a new way to explain themselves away. But we've been there, we've seen that.
Yeah.
There's nothing new they will tell any Kenyan. So anybody who desires, who wishes to listen to them and believe what they say, I mean, it's up to you now. You get, because if someone has shown you who they really are, and you've lived through it, you've seen it for yourself.
You've experienced it.
You've experienced it. Not that you are being told it's always like this. No, you've been here.
Yeah.
You are an adult. You've listened to Kenya Kwanza. You've seen Kenya Kwanza in power. If you still want to believe what they're telling you, I mean, then continue. That seems to be your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Anybody who believes them, I encourage them to continue.
Yeah.
But if you are a critical mind and you are seeing what they say is different from what happens, you've experienced it, then the reasonable man will never believe what Kenya Kwanza says. Because Kenya Kwanza specializes in lies. Kenya Kwanza has no economic plan for this country.
Yeah.
Kenya Kwanza is going to lead this country to a debt default, whose consequences are going to be dire on everybody. And when that default happens, it will not be limited to non-Kenya Kwanza members. It will affect everybody, even the Kenya Kwanza members. So let's wait. Next year is coming. I'm not seeing a promising economic future for the country next year with what we have in government.
And what we've experienced in the past 1 year.
Based on the experience and their conduct. I'm only expecting a worse 2024.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm just asking my people, let us brace, let us limit. In fact, a friend of mine was telling me that these festivities, it's going to be muted festivities. Muted festivities.
Yes.
Because people don't have money. And even same for next year.
Yeah.
Because we've been beaten properly this year. And next year we will be beaten
thoroughly. Another thing that came out, Naibu, that we also talked about on this show is the housing levy and the affordable housing project that the government is focusing on. And recently we saw that Honorable Okia Omtata also went to the court to actually push to stop the project, the housing levy. And the president himself, not even the cabinet secretaries or the MP, said that ile panga alipewa ile uko Kasarani haikuwa ya kukata mboga, ilikuwa ya kunyamazia hao watu watakuwa wanasumbua serikali. What do you think about that utterance from someone who holds the highest office of our country?
No, it's unfortunate for those kind of remarks to be stated.
Yeah.
Because the constitution, when the president is inaugurated, is given a constitution and a sword.
Yeah.
The constitution is the document that sets out the relationship between the people of Kenya amongst themselves and with their government. Then the sword is to protect the constitution.
Yes.
It's not meant to undermine the constitution. So that when the kind of utterances that are made by President Ruto, in my view, are meant to intimidate, to threaten to those who legitimately are going to go to challenge certain decisions of the executive
that affect our economy.
Yes, because ultimately anybody can go to court to challenge anything the president says. It is your right. It's your right to challenge any decision of the executive. Let the courts decide. And it is not open to the president to intimidate or to harass someone for exercising that right of access to justice. That right to go to court to challenge any decision of the executive. That sword is not meant for cutting the necks of any Kenyan. That sword is meant to preserve and to protect our constitution. Anything done within the confines of the constitution needs the protection of that sword. In fact, in a working environment, the executive should even be supporting some indigent litigants who are not able to afford legal fees to file cases against the executive. Because we have a national legal aid program that if anybody has a genuine grievance and is not able to afford legal services fees, he should benefit from that program.
Even if the case is against the government.
Because that is the beauty of our constitution. That we should all be able to access justice. Justice should not be limited to only those who can afford. So it's quite an unfortunate statement by the president, and ideally he should have explained himself or retracted it if the intention was to threaten or intimidate those who have genuinely and legitimately pursued legal action against the housing levy. And it's their right to do so, even if you don't agree with their right to pursue that action. Yes.
And as we wind up, we are actually going to the festive seasons, and Team Piki Ponki have been here with us through the entire year. Maybe you can talk to Team Piki Ponki.
Team Piki Ponki is in a good year. We've kept it alive. We've engaged actively. I like the spirit. The team spirit is strong. You are my friends. You are my family now. We are now considering each other to be family members. And our main concern as Team Piki Ponki is to see that we have an economic revolution in this country. A revolution that is going to make sure that Kenyans actualize and realize their Article 43 rights to socio-economic development that is pegged on tangible and results-driven objectives, not free talk, not sweet tongues, not lies, not informed by charlatancy. It is a revolution that is coming, a revolution on the economy of this republic, a revolution that will make sure that Kenyans now enjoy fully their economic liberation, just the way they now enjoy their political rights in the Constitution. Thank you very much, Team Piki Ponki. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be blessed.
Wow. And of course, as the deputy party leader of Safina Party, which is currently the party of hope that the Kenyans have, can you just address Kenyans one more time for being with us throughout the year, and of course taking their time each and every time to be part of this movement each and every day?
As Safina Party, we thank all our followers, we thank our members, we thank our supporters and well-wishers. Safina Party is the party of hope. Safina Party is the party of economic liberation. We are the party that believes that when people are liberated economically, then they have reached the stage of full liberation. Political liberation is not enough without economic liberation. Safina Party is providing itself and anchoring itself as the vessel that will liberate Kenyans from the raging floods that have been caused by the failed Jubilee economic policies that are being implemented now in Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza and Jubilee were one political party. They all mutated from Jubilee to be Kenya Kwanza. But they're the ones causing all this pain. So we need to look for an alternative vessel. That vessel is Safina. A vessel means, Safina in English means an ark. The Ark of Noah. The Ark of Noah will liberate the people of Kenya from these ravaging economic floods and deliver them to Mount Ararat, a mountain that is full of hope that a new beginning for the country will be established. Thank you very much, and I welcome you all to join Safina. Safina Party, the party of the moment, the party of hope.
Wow, thank you so much, Naibu. It has been an amazing year. And of course, to all our fans and friends, people who have been watching us each and every week, people who have been watching us just each and every time, we thank you so much for building a movement, a team that is getting strong each and every day. And as we go to the festive season, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024. Let's meet next time. And to our leader and the deputy party leader and our guests each and every time, we say a very big thank you for always being with us. And it has been an amazing year. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Merry Christmas. Asante.